Welcome to Marriage Monday with Jeremiah and Savannah Jennings. The Jennings own Growing Green Landscapes and are very happily married. In this podcast, Jeremiah and Savannah discuss the wins, losses, good times, bad times, and everything in between pertaining to owning a business while maintaining a healthy marriage along the way. We hope you enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green podcast, and thank you for listening in on this Marriage Monday episode. This is going to be a really fun one. Savannah is here with us today. New mom, new parents here, both of us. It is a journey so far, and it's been a fun one, but it's been a long one, very tiring one. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, good.
Recording this one late night.
Yeah.
Real life, crazy stuff. This is probably going to be one where our energy is going to be very easily matched because we are tired. But wanted to at least get a show out and add a little bit of value here to the beginning of your week. And this is just, I don't even know. I literally have no idea where this is going to go. Wrote a few notes down, but nothing too crazy. Little debrief. I feel like that's what like our Monday show is a lot now. Is we're just kind of like a debrief of the week and what we've been doing. It's good for us to talk about what we've been doing and what the past week has held. If nothing else, we'll go back and listen to this in 20 years and remember these times in life.
Well, because we're kind of in survival mode at the moment. You know, we are taking it day by day. So.
Yeah, it's a process. But so what's up? What's happening? Where are we at now? Last week, if you listened last week, baby Jack has been born.
We had just gotten home. Yeah. Yeah,
we just got home. So we are now, 9 days at home, 10 days at home, something like that?
Yeah, roughly.
8.
Something like that. 8
or 9.
8 or 9. Nobody knows anything
around
here.
I don't know.
We're lucky.
Days run together at this point.
Yeah.
Like, we were joking. I feel like I did. I need to pick up the pace here. I feel like I'm talking like it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's not.
Well, we have, full disclosure, we have the lights off in here because I'm holding Jack and he is asleep.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it to the next feed.
Yep.
So we're trying to keep him asleep and have the lights off.
Yep.
So it's like kind of putting us to sleep, I think.
Yeah.
But anyways.
It's crazy. Days and nights don't run together. I mean, they all run together. Like, there's no difference between day and night now to us.
Yeah.
It feels
the only thing about nighttime is that it's dark. Doesn't mean
Literally.
we get to sleep. It just means it's dark.
Yep. So, it's been a process. It's been an adjustment for sure. All of you that have kids, I'm sure you know what we're talking about, and you're like, man, they're rookies. They're in the beginning. They're still figuring it all out.
Probably not very envious of us, which is okay.
I don't know. Some of them might be, and they might want to go back to these days. But I know we're living in the good old days. Like, we're living in the days now that we'll look back on and be like, man, I wish we could do it all over again. But this is what this podcast is for. We'll come back and listen to it, and it'll be one that we can learn and grow from. And hopefully everybody else out there is learning and growing something as well. So this week, what has this last week taught us? Maybe that's what we can get into today. Last week we talked about the whole like birthing process, everything that we went through, the whole story, and then getting home. Well, now we're 8-9 days in, and we're figuring out this whole thing of like, what is our marriage and what is our life going to look like going forward?
Yeah, definitely
different.
Find, a new balance for sure. Because also when we recorded last week, you hadn't gone back to work.
Yeah, I hadn't worked yet. Yeah.
So kind of trying to figure that out right now is also a process because that's a lot. We're so blessed to have family in town that are able to help when Jeremiah works, but still would rather have you home.
Yeah.
But that's not always.
Yeah, we've been blessed. Luckily, I didn't have to work the week of him being born. We got a great new team member in Bailey joining us, and he's done good. I was able to run the show by himself, and the other guy that works with us, Kellen, and so it's been good. But now Kellen's kind of back in school, so he's going to go part-time for the rest of the season probably, and I'm going to be back out there hustling and grinding like everybody else. And so it is an adjustment. It's something that we're having to learn and work through, and that's something that we actually got a message about that. We had a couple messages about that, about how am I handling the whole working, getting stuff done during this process. And it's something that, honestly, I mean, we didn't know what we were going to do because going into it, we were like, well, stuff's just not going to get done that week, and we're just going to get behind. And luckily, like I said, thankfully, we were blessed that Bailey came on and was able to keep things going for us.
Yeah.
But it's an adjustment. It's something that we're having to learn to work through, and it's a lot harder to go back to work, I feel like, than we expected.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially for you.
Yeah, I did not expect it to be as hard for me as it was. Yeah. For you to go back, because I guess I wasn't really thinking about that. I was more so thinking about me and being home, and then the time came for you to leave and go work, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm here by myself with him, which again, family and friends have been incredible and come and help and all that. So it wasn't even that it was the help that I needed. We just went through this like crazy thing together and had all this time together, and then you left and I'm home with him and you're out working, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the first time we've been apart since, I don't know. It was weird. I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be hard. But I will, pull you here and say that it was very important. I feel like I tried really hard to communicate with you how hard that was for me, and you came. Goodness gracious!
Dogs are joining.
Sorry,
the dogs are joining. They're coming to play.
And they just woke Jack up. It's fine.
You hear whining in a minute. It's guys. The dogs are in here. This is real life.
Literally just hit Jack in the head with a toy. It's fine. Anyways, communicated with you how difficult that was for me for you to go back to work, and you ended up getting to take part of a day. Anyways, so yes, that's probably been the biggest thing curve this week is figuring out a routine, because there is no routine to our life right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a process figuring it out going forward, and we're going to definitely going to have more hiccups. There's going to be more things along the way, and I think, so you're very like you want to know the plan.
Yes.
That's you. You want to know the plan. You want to know what we're doing. I think there's a lot of people out there like that, and I think that the dogs are back. Murphy, go.
I'm going to lose it on the dog.
Go lay down. Go. Y'all are hearing me scold the dog live on the podcast. Murphy, go lay down. We might have to pause this and come back. But anyway, okay. We'll roll with it. This is the stuff that I'm sure everybody loves to hear the most. Just real life stuff. But anyway, something that we're having to work through is this whole thing of like, there is no plan, there is no list. Like, we can make it out in our heads, but we can't control what happens.
I think that's been hard for me too. Yeah. This is the first time, we're saying that and talking through that, but that is something that I need, or I'm constantly asking you, like, what's the plan? What's your plan for tomorrow? What are you thinking for the weekend? What are you thinking going into this? Like, what's your plan? But like, with the stage of life that we're in at the moment, a plan is just not in the plan. Like, we can't do that. So
I mean, it's Jack's show at this point.
Yeah,
like, he's not going to run our lives.
We're just living in it.
Yeah, he's not going to run our lives forever. But at this point, like, he can't control when he's hungry. Like, it just is what it is. So I think if I was going to give advice, like, I don't know. We're not to the point where we can give advice.
Absolutely not.
We shouldn't be giving advice.
We don't know anything.
But I think if I could give one piece of advice, I think we've already figured out is like, as many plans, as many strategies, as much stuff as you plan going into it, just realize and be real with yourself and level with yourself and realize that it's not all going to go to plan.
Like, absolutely not. I would say, try, and I would honestly even go as far as to say, try not to plan too much.
Yeah, don't waste your time doing that.
Yeah.
On something that's not, like, enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Enjoy the process.
Yeah. Because there's so much that I had thought through and thought, like, this is how we'll do this, and this is my plan for this, and, you go back to work, this is what we're going to do. And then it's just like our life is literally flipped upside down. Mm-hmm. Not in a bad way. Like, we're very blessed and we're very thankful and happy. But it's just like, you can't bank on those plans. So just roll with it, you know? And I think that's something that we're both kind of, me more so maybe learning to just like.
Well, and that's just our personalities. Like, mine is more the entrepreneur mind. So we've had that talk before of like, I can just go with it. I can just figure it out. We'll figure it out along the way. You're not that way.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of marriages that are like that. And it's going to throw a wrench in things. Like, if you don't learn to roll with the punches and just figure it out as you go, then I think you're going to have a lot of stress and a lot of unneeded tension in your marriage, because y'all are both going to be worried about the baby. You're both going to be figuring it out, but then at the same time, you're not focused on each other, and it's crazy. And I don't know where this podcast is going to go. Like, this is going to be weird. It's going to be an adjustment. So the thanks everybody for tuning in to the Marriage Mondays up to this point. We've had a solid 15, 16 weeks here of good marriage advice and things like that. We've been preparing to parent. Coming up here, and now we're here, and it's like, I don't know where we want to go. If anybody has feedback on that, let me know. What do you want to hear going forward? Do you want to hear a mix of what we're going through with young kids and like a mix of that and marriage, or like parenting, or I don't know. I don't know where we want to go. Do you want to interview people that talk about parenting? I don't know.
Or we definitely just stick more with just the marriage and leave more of the kids out of it.
Screw the parenting. Like, that's not what we want to hear. So
I
don't know. We just want to live. We want to do whatever we can to help each and every one of you however we can and however you want to be helped. So let me know what you want to hear, because I know, like I said, we're so inexperienced with parents. Like, there's so many friends that I know listen in, and they've got 3 and 4 and 5 or 10-year-olds, and so like we say isn't going to mean anything. He's 12 days old.
Yeah, almost 2 weeks, and so, we don't know what the heck we're doing. We're just rolling with it.
But I would love to get people on down the road. Maybe if the parenting is something that intrigues everybody, maybe get parents on who have run businesses and raised kids at the same time. Because that's something
new aspect to it, for sure.
So, I don't know. I really don't know where this new Marriage Monday is going to go. Our life is crazy right now. They're whole rolling with the punches thing. I think that would be maybe the title for the show, is just figure out how to adapt and roll with the punches and take what life's going to throw at you. Because like even today, we were supposed to record this podcast earlier in the day, and if you can hear him, you might be able to hear Jack in the background there. He's starting to wake up. But we were supposed to record this early in the day, but our schedule got messed up and turned around, and we had things to do tonight, and we had to eat or something earlier today, and it didn't get done. So now we're doing it later at night. And so it just is what it is. You learn, you adapt along the way, and it's definitely a process that we're all trying to navigate and figure out. And it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I don't really know what else to say along those lines other than...
Yeah. Well, do you think that, I don't know how to ask this, like it's changed anything about you and you're going to work or how you've approached anything? Because like we talked about how you going back to work was hard for me being at home, but like do you think your attitude or anything has changed about working or being gone, or how do you feel like
it definitely makes...
Like how do you feel about being gone? Yeah,
it's kind of weird. Like leaving for work doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
It doesn't really bother me leaving for work in the mornings, but it definitely makes me like by midday, I'm like, okay, I'm excited to get home. Like, let's get this over with so I can get home and see him. It adds something new in there. And the thing so I know what we're already going to have to figure out and work with is we have to continue to put each other first.
Yeah.
And like, if that's something that we're going to work through, because it's just like I just said, how easy it is to say, oh, I can't wait to get home and see Jack. But it's like, how quickly is that going to turn into something where it could cause tension when I come home and see him every day for a month straight, and for a month straight I don't say anything to you when I get home. I just run and get him.
Right.
So like that's something that I think we're going to have to both work through, because like when there was no him, we just came home and saw each other.
Yeah.
And it was like, so we put all of the intention.
It was easy because there was nothing else to like put first.
Yeah, to take our attention.
Yeah.
So that's something that I know that we've been told and taught this, and kind of people have given us this advice, but it's like we are first always.
You're right.
And then Jack comes second.
Yeah.
Well, God is first, and then us, and then Jack. So
right.
It is something, like I said, but going to work doesn't bother me. Coming home makes it a lot sweeter. I feel like just getting able to come home and see him every day, and it's going to change. I think it's going to get a lot more enjoyable per se when he gets to the point where he like notices when I come home.
Oh yeah,
knows who we are and stuff.
No, for sure.
And, like he's waiting and
totally
stuff like
agree.
that. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we haven't really talked about you going back to work. That'll be something we cover down the road.
We're not
still a long way away.
Not ready to talk about that.
But it's
I don't go back to after Thanksgiving. Just for those who wonder, I'm very blessed and got
I got the
good chunk of time off.
Yeah, I got the full 12 weeks. So literally a quarter of the year you're off work, which is crazy. Almost a quarter of the year. So yeah, that's life. I mean, it is what it is. That's where we're at right now. It's what's going on with us.
Yeah.
Sitting here, just going day by day, figuring it out. Work is still busy. It's going to be 90s here this week.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be hot.
Grass is going to pick back up probably this week, and then it'll slow back down next week. I think once we get through this next heat stretch this week, we're going to be kind of winding it down. Cool mornings in the mornings. Afternoons are going to turn into mid-80s, something like that, and then we're slowly start declining. But we'll keep cutting grass another month or so probably, then transition into leaves and things like that. So it's fun. We don't have really any big trips coming up other than Equip, and Jack and Samantha will not be making that trip. Jack is still a little too young.
Yeah.
Maybe next year. Hopefully next year. Y'all can come hang out. You can't go to the show, but at least come hang out for the week or something like that. We'll figure that out down the road. Yeah. But I'm excited for everybody to meet him. Like, we need to do a meetup or something. Maybe we should start our own conference. We should do our own conference.
Oh, my God.
Everybody come to Birmingham. But sounds like Jack's waking up over there. So I don't know what's going to happen, guys. This has been a fun show. It's just been kind of a debrief of what's going on, some things that we're working through and working towards going forward, of keeping each other first and just going with the flow.
Yeah.
And figuring things out as we go.
Yeah. Try not to stick too hard to whatever plans we thought we might have had, and just rolling with it in your life. And, you have to do that in business too. So
yeah.
Like right now, we planned on trying to get through this podcast without eating, but it looks like we might.
Looks like it's time to eat.
Looks like it's time to eat.
We'll let Savannah go. Thanks for coming on with us tonight.
Absolutely.
Being the co-host.
Anytime.
Turn into Savannah looks forward to these now. Didn't even like to do them.
It used to make me nervous.
Yeah. Now she's a pro. So, all right. Well, Savannah's going to go feed the baby. Oh my goodness. I should hit the mute button. I don't know. Oh, man, this is a wreck of a show. If you listen to this point, thanks for tuning in. But just real life stuff is what's happening. We're enjoying it. This is where we're going through. Thanks for tuning in with us along the way, and I hope you've learned something, some value. Don't stick to the script. That's probably going to be the show title, is Don't Stick to the Script, because guess what? When you become parents, it's going to change overnight. Literally overnight, it's going to change. So it's just one of those things that, hey, you live, you learn, you go through it, and you try to help somebody else along the way and give your advice that you've learned to them. So that's what we try to do each and every day here on the show, or each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here on the show. Try to bring a little bit of value to you. So thanks for tuning in. The show is actually growing very, very well. Marriage Monday has taken over. Like, Marriage Monday is shot up in the ranks and shot up to the beginning, and those are really starting to become some of our most downloaded shows. So started off, I didn't know how I was going to do. I didn't know if it was going to be very well received or not. It's just a thought that I had of just something that I feel like we need to be talked about more, and I think y'all have received it very well. You're sharing it with your friends. Share it some more. Share the show on Instagram, guys. Like, if each and every one of you shared it to your 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 followers, some of you have more than that, then the show would really, really grow. If you listen to any of the podcasts like Andy Frisella or things like that, that's the only thing they ask. They don't run ads. They don't do things like that. They just ask you to share the show, and they grow organically. So if you would, share the show if you enjoyed it today. Just take a quick screenshot, post on Instagram, tag us, we'll repost it, and just let your followers see it, because let them know that the content that's going out is something you enjoy. So maybe not this episode if you didn't enjoy this one. Go find another one you did enjoy and share that one, and just kind of bring it to the podcast, get them plugged into what we're doing here, and just try to help everybody and grow better. So anyway, I think that is going to wrap this one up. We look forward to catching up with everybody at Equip Expo. I'll be there making the rounds, seeing everybody hanging out. I'm going to be working a lot that trip. We're going to be trying to grow the podcast a pretty good bit while we're there, talking with some brands and working on some things behind the scenes, which we are very, very excited for. And it's just been a process, guys. It's been a process of a year and a half of grinding it out, hustling, just trying to create content and bring out the best that we can to you, bring on great guests, and we're going to try to keep doing that moving forward with no signs of stopping anytime soon. That is going to wrap this one up. Like I said, share the show. We would be very appreciative. You can follow us on Instagram at Growing Green Landscapes. That link will be in the show notes below. And without any further ado, we would look forward to catching up with everybody here on the next episode. See you guys.